Organization took their summer camp to the web. The founder says their organization has a mission of inclusion, and she knew it had to be continued throughout the pandemic one way or another. Local 44's Courtney Adelman joins us live now with that story. Good morning, Courtney.
Well, good morning, Abby. Yes, a camp called Partners in Adventures started 21 years ago for people with disabilities.
Okay.
And over the years, the camp has grown to hundreds of people with disabilities from all around Vermont. But when COVID-19 hit, founder Debbie Lambden knew that she had to change things around. In 1999, Debbie Lambden started Partners in Adventure after having a hard time finding a camp for her son Ari with cerebral palsy.
I had tried to have him included in various different summer programs and camps because he's very social and very outgoing and really wanted to be with people. But it never really worked for him because he has developmental disabilities.
She says her son couldn't keep up with some of the activities, so she decided to send out a statewide survey to other parents whose kids also had disabilities. And she found out she and her son were not alone.
People really wanted social life and experience and new adventures for their kids.
With her son 11 years old at the time, she decided to make her own camp, and that's when she founded Partners in Adventure, a camp for people with disabilities. Each year they host a summer camp, a winter camp, and social events throughout the year. But when COVID-19 hit, Lambden knew she couldn't hold any in-person events.
Many of them wouldn't want to wear masks or wouldn't understand social distancing. But all of my staff, being teachers in the schools or in other situations, had learned how to use the Google Classroom.
So this summer, every day of the week for 6 weeks, staff presented different videos and interactive activities for campers to watch and do through Google Classroom, as well as a Zoom every Friday. Lambden says these events turned the campers' summers around.
When my son saw himself with all these friends that he hasn't seen in months and months, he was just beside himself. Most of them, if not all of them, really couldn't be in social situations. So, like my son, he hadn't seen anybody since January, and this was June.
And typically these camps do cost money or are paid for by the kids' schools, but unfortunately that wasn't the case this year. So Debbie offered the virtual camp for free, and she says she's currently working on raising funds and figuring out what to do for their next events. For now, live in this newsroom, Courtney Adelman, Local 22 News.